So welcome back to the channel everyone, Triple M here. In today's video we're unboxing and testing the brand new eufy FamiLock S3 Max. Now this lock is packed with cutting edge features that promises to take your home security to the next level. From its biometric palm vein recognition to its progressive day and night vision due to its built-in 5 megapixel 2K camera, as well as its AI smart sensing and motion detection. In addition, this comes with PowerDuo Technology, which means that it comes with two sets of batteries. So one 15,000 milliamp hour rechargeable battery, which is the main power source that will last you several months. However, if you happen to run out of power, this also comes with 4 AAA batteries, which serves as a backup until you can recharge the main battery. Now this lock is designed to make your home safer and more convenient. So we're gonna quickly unbox it, get into the setup. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, smash the notification bell. Let's go. Now before we jump into it, big shout out to eufy for sponsoring this video. Now even though this is a sponsored review, all the thoughts and opinions are of my own. So first thing in the box is going to be the front panel of the eufy smart lock. Now this is going to have a pass-through, of course, with some wiring that will be passed through the other side. First thing on top, you're going to have the palm sensor. This is where it's going to do all the magic reading your palm. Pretty cool. Below that, you're going to have camera, you're going to have IR sensor, you're going to have microphone as well. You do have a button where you can press to ring the doorbell, but you also have keypad. That way you can manually input your code. And in addition, you can remove the doorbell to uncover the keyhole for your keys. You're going to have a eufy sticker. That way you can put it in your window, let everyone know that you are protected. And next we have the battery. This is the 15,000 milliamp hour battery. This is going to be the main power source. However, there is a backup battery, which we'll get into here in a little bit. As far as charging the battery, there is a USB-C port on the side. When you plug it in, you will see the indicator. Then when it's done, it will light up green. So you'll need to do this every couple months depending on use. So the other piece of the doorbell, of course, is going to be the back side. So this is going to be the side that's actually inside your house. You have rubber all the way around, so it should fit on your door nice and snugly. On the front, we have the protective plastic, which we just took off. Then we can see we have a couple things to talk about here on the back. First, we're going to have the lock. This can be turned manually, or you can press the lock button for it to turn mechanically. Above that, you're going to have another button. This is going to be to do a live preview of what's outside your door. And on the back side, we have the pass-through where the other side of the lock will connect with the inside. And I'll show you all this during the installation. In this box, we are going to have the bolt. We're also going to have 2 keys. We have the front plate, some screws to get those secured, as well as some additional screws to connect the front part of the lock to the rear part of the lock as well. And last thing is the 4 AAA batteries. These are going to be for backup. So if your main battery dies, you still get service out of the AAA batteries. Pretty cool. Just want to give you a rundown of the back assembly, and this will help you during the installation as well. So you can see it does have the pass-through 2 screws that's secure, but that rubber part also comes off. And you can see within there you do have 2 connections for your wiring. So you have a harness, look like you have another connection. These are going to, of course, correspond with the front panel. This is going to provide power as well as data. And like I said, this is all rubber, so it should fit nice and snugly on your door lock. And we also have 4 screws that we need to secure during the installation. As far as getting the batteries in, you will need to take that front panel off. It is just secured by plastic tabs, so you just pull it off with your fingernails. Pretty straightforward. And you can now see the interior. You can see where the main battery goes, and you can see where the backup AAA batteries goes as well. As far as installing those, again, pretty straightforward, just slides right in. Then you can put the panel back on. So with all that said, let's go ahead and jump into the installation. Now installing the new eufy FamiLock S3 Max is straightforward, but there are a couple tips that you need to do just to make the process a little bit easier. So you can see my front door does have double locks. So one is where the eufy FamiLock is going to be, and the bottom one is more of a handle. It does have a secondary lock that you can use to open the door. So once I got the eufy, I knew that I wanted to change out the bottom portion as well. I did buy another black lock with the handle just to make it match and look better. So taking off this part, easy as I said. There's a couple screws that you need to take off on the inside. You will need to remove the plates from the front, install a new bolt, and then push the handle on. And then you can go ahead and fasten everything back together. As far as the FamiLock S3 Max, you will need to remove the old deadbolt as well. Installation again is pretty straightforward. You're going to insert the new deadbolt into the door, slide the deadbolt into place, and secure it using the provided screws. Now next you need to attach the lock panel. So you need to feed the wire through the door hole and then hold it in place. That way you can get to the other side. Now there is a slot as well to kind of show where to feed the wires through, so that should be pretty straightforward as well. Just slide it through. You may need some assistance to hold it steady while you're feeding the wire through and getting to the other side. Next, you're going to secure the interior assembly. You're going to connect the cable to the interior module, and now you attach the interior lock module, connecting the wire harness and securing it with the screws. And this is going to be the part that houses the motor as well as the battery compartment, which is going to power the lock. Now once you've mounted the lock on the door using the provided screws and hardware, once it's in place, power it on and follow the easy step-by-step instructions in the eufy security app. And of course, it's going to take you through the parent step with your phone. All the magic, or most of the magic, is going to happen on the phone. You will need to create a eufy account in your app if you don't have one already. And during the setup process, you'll be prompted to scan your palm for vein recognition. Now, additional to the palm recognition, you will need to set up a backup pin. That way, whatever reason it fails, you do have a secondary option to get in. And of course, you need to repeat this for additional users. During the setup, it's going to ask you to create additional palms so you can add a name. So if you have wife, son, daughter, you can put those names in there. Then you get to choose which palm you want to set up. So you have a left or you have a right palm, depending on their preference. And all of them will need to set a backup pin. So let's talk about what makes the eufy FamiLock S3 Max so special. Now this uses infrared sensors to scan the unique vein patterns in your palm. Yes, the vein patterns in your palm, unlike traditional fingerprint recognition, which can be affected by dirt, cuts, smudges. Palm vein technology is much more reliable and secure. Your palm vein patterns are beneath the skin, which makes them not affected by surface conditions. Now this makes the lock much smoother, reliable, especially for elderly individuals whose skin might have wear and tear, or young children whose fingerprints aren't fully developed. Now even more, palm vein recognition is extremely secure. It's considered to be more secure than the traditional methods like pin or fingerprint scanning. So you can use the lock, you can rest easy knowing it's not only convenient, but it's also highly secure. One of the best parts is that unlocking the door takes just 0.01 seconds. Now this is incredibly fast, guys. The moment your palm is recognized, the pattern opens. No more fumbling with keys, worrying about whether your fingerprint will register properly. It's fast, reliable, as well as secure and easy to do. I can attest to that. Now, like I said, you do also have a backup code. So instead of using a palm, you can always punch in the code. So that option is there for you. The check mark on the keypad does allow you to lock it. If you don't have the auto lock, you can lock this from the outside. Now on the back, there's a rear screen, nice, beautiful display. So this will give you a nice, clear video image of what's outside your door. Also on the rear, you do have an electronic lock button, so you can push it for it to turn, or you can turn it manually to lock. Now, of course, this is a video doorbell, so it does have a ringer. So you press it, you can ring it directly to the doorbell, it will chime, or you can connect it to your smart devices, your Amazon devices, and it will announce it inside your house. So a lot of cool integrations there with this doorbell. And as I demonstrated in the unboxing, it also comes with 2 keys. So if for some reason you don't want to give access, you can always give someone a key, that way they can open it manually. And this is good for backup as well. And with the smart auto locking feature, the S3 Max automatically locks your door once it detects the door has been closed. So this is something I was trying to figure out how it works. So I opened the door, just kind of left it there, nothing happens, but it sure enough does detect when the door is closed. You forget to unlock it, it will go ahead and lock it automatic. So this makes it perfect for busy families, especially when you're in a hurry, worried about someone forgetting to lock the door. The lock takes care of that for you, just ensuring that home stays secure without any extra effort. So me, I have 2 kids, and one of my fears, and this used to happen before I switched this lock, is they used to leave, forget to lock the door, and you come back a couple hours later and you find the door unlocked. So with this, luckily, I don't have to worry about that anymore. I've even gotten to a bad habit to where I don't lock it manually anymore. I just close it and walk away. So something to keep in mind, but it does provide peace of mind. So next up is going to be the progressive night and day vision. Now, of course, this is made possible by its built-in camera, which is a game changer for home security. Now, the eufy FamiLock S3 Max has a wide angle camera with 150-degree horizontal and 180-degree diagonal field of view. Now, this wide perspective ensures that you can see anyone that approaches your door, even if they're standing off to the side. Now, with the 5-megapixel lens and the 2K resolution, you'll get a clear image whether it's bright daylight or in the low light conditions. So additionally, with HDR technology, it balances bright and darkness, so you'll get a clear, detailed view no matter what time of day it is. And with the night vision and 4 infrared lights, you can see up to 5 meters in the dark. Now, the anti-distortion lens ensures the natural and expansive view with minimal image distortion, so you'll always know what's going on around your door. Now, let's talk a little bit about PowerDuo Technology. The S3 Max features a 15,000 milliamp hour rechargeable battery, which is 3 times the life of traditional lithium batteries in other smart locks. Now, this is a massive battery, which means that you won't worry about recharging your lock as often. In fact, you can expect several months of use on a single charge. And of course, like I mentioned before, this is going to be based off usage. So if you're the only one using it once a day, once every 2 days, of course, it's not going to run out as fast than if you have 4 family members who's always in and out of the house. But either way, it should last a couple months. Also, there's a backup. So if your battery was to run low, there's a backup of 4 AAA batteries that will keep your lock functioning for up to a month. So even if your rechargeable battery runs out, you're still covered for the long haul. Just the peace of mind behind that is pretty awesome. Now, moving on to the AI powered smart sensing features. Now, the S3 Max has dual motion detection, which is going to reduce false alarms by up to 95%. So this means that you only get triggers when there's real relevant movement near your door, such as someone approaching or someone loitering. Now, the sensors can detect movement up to 19 feet away, just ensuring that your lock is keeping an eye for suspicious activity before it even gets to your door. Now, this is especially helpful for tracking loiterers or unwanted visitors hanging around your entrance. Now, as far as some of the smart integrations, one of the best things about the FamiLock S3 Max, it's its compatibility with major home platforms. So does work with Matter, compatible with your Apple Home, your Google Home, your Alexa, as well as SmartThings. Now, the integration is very seamless. You can lock, unlock, and monitor your door straight from your phone using the eufy Security app. Now, if you are already using other eufy smart security devices, like their cameras or smart sensors, everything can work together as part of a fully integrated security system. Now, in the application, you're going to have a lot of different features. You do have a live preview. You can go to full screen. You can zoom in, zoom out. A lot of cool features there. You have the option to lock it, unlock it. You have the option to also record, click of a button. You can do a screenshot. You do have two-way audio, so all you need to do is press on that. All right, so now you can see that you are talking, and you'll hear the person respond as well. What can I do for you?
I'm here. I'm giving out like cookies, and I'm wondering if you wanted some.
Is it free cookies?
No, there's cinnamon, and they only cost $1. It can really help the community.
I don't know, Sarah. This seemed kind of scamish. Get away from my door. You also have the auto reply, so if someone rings the bell, quick responses that you can have it automatically generate. Within here, you do have the option to unlock as well. So all you have to do is long press and it will go all the way around. It will unlock, but there's a lot of cool features that's built in. Let's jump into the settings and check them out. Works with Matter, we'll get into a little bit. It does have motion detection, a lot of different settings there. So you can do human, you can do motion detection, turn it on and off. You can have it detect all motion as well as human only, but you can also set the range. You can go from 3 feet all the way to 20. And you do have a loitering detection where you can set the range as well as the length. You also can set your activity zone. So for instance, if I only wanted activity be set in this area, I can do that. This area, if I want it to be right here, I can do that. That way you can really avoid the street. So you can always drag and drop. That will essentially just restrict all the extra notifications, just restrict that to your actual front porch. So again, just a lot of different options there. Let me go back. You do have an option to have it connected to a home base, and it can be used as a DVR. Manage your access style. And this is the area where I went in earlier to add those additional palm prints. All right, so you can see I have myself, I have boy, I have girl, I have wifey. Click on it, you can see that's my right hand. Girl, I believe, has a left hand. So She's right hand as well, but also the access type is set to always. You can also do different time slots for each access. All right, so that's going to be right hand as well. So it looked like for the most part everyone did a right hand, but like I said, for each one you do have access type as well. I do have power management as well. So I've been using this for probably 2 weeks now. The main battery is at 93%, AAA batteries at 100%. So essentially, this should give you a couple months of runtime. Hard to tell you an exact time because this is going to be based on use, but you can set optimal battery, surveillance, optimal surveillance, customized recordings. So a lot of different options there as well. Further down, you have some additional options. I did set up auto locking. So after 15 seconds, if I was to forget to lock it, it will go ahead and lock. Can put that on the schedule as well. You also have one touch locking. So to lock the door from the outside, all you need to do is press the check button on the lock. You have wrong try detection, so you have the amount of attempts that you can turn on, and once it hits that limit, it will go ahead and lock it down, guys, and you can set that time frame to where it locks it down for. Integrate with your eufy doorbell. You can choose the chime, your video settings, your audio settings, your record settings, calibrate the lock itself. So just a lot of cool features built in, guys. Like I said, the app just makes the experience a lot better. Now this lock also comes equipped with Wi-Fi 6 technology, just providing a much faster, more secure connection for your smart locks. Now this means that quicker response times and better protection for your home smart network. Now you won't have to worry about slow connections or delays when locking and unlocking your door remotely. Now security is right at the top for eufy. That's why the S3 Max delivers with the highest commercial grade security standards. So this is the BHMA ANSI 1 and the BHMA AAA. This makes it incredibly difficult for intruders to pick your lock. This has been professionally tested by locksmiths to ensure nearly impossible bypass. The unique encrypted lock cylinders adds another level of protection, just making sure that your home remains safe from intruders. So again, just peace of mind knowing that this adheres to the highest security standards. That way your home won't be entered without your validation. And just to wrap it up, with this lock, it's ready to be installed and ready to secure your home with some of the most advanced tech available, between its palm recognition to the high definition camera to the AI motion sensing and seamless smart home integration. This lock is truly a next level option for modern home security. So I will be leaving a link in the description where you can go ahead and pick it up. If you have any questions about this lock, drop it in the comments. New to the channel, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.